folks, JD here, and over the years we've looked at a lot of different quadcopters, a lot of different cars, a lot of different vehicles, and we've had a lot of different formats. Well, recently I've had quite a few emails asking me where are the revisits. Now, if you're new to the channel or if you don't know what the revisits are, essentially, oh go on hair, stick down. Essentially, what the revisits are is I would fly a drone and then a couple of days later I would fly the same drone again and see if I feel the same way about it. Essentially it was a way of me double checking to ensure that what I was doing was correct, and a way that if anything else, if I missed something the first time round, I could get it the second time round as well. But obviously over the months and over the years, that sort of petered out and we've forgotten about that. I'd like to bring that back. Now today we're going to be looking at one of the FQ777 drones that we took up a little while ago, this time in a different location to the last, a different weather type as well. See exactly whether or not my interpretations of that drone are correct. So what we're going to do, we're going to switch this round, we're going to take this back up. Let me know what you think in the comments, folks, and yeah, let's go for a great flight. Okay, so as this is a revisit, what I've done already is turn on the drone, calibrated the gyros. I've also gone through and set up the app as well, and I've set everything else up. We're all good to go, we're ready to fly with this. Let's take her straight up then, folks. Okay, I'd forgotten how loud this guy is. Listen to that. Wow, this thing is loud. Okay, let's take this guy out then, and let's have a little look. Let's give him some altitude, because this is where he's meant to live. It's up a little bit. This is speed mode 1. Now, if memory serves, I found speed mode 1 quite fast. Oh, look at this though. It's a difference, isn't it? A beautiful day makes lovely sort of setting. You can then use the camera exactly as it's meant to be used on this little drone. Lovely. Okay, just gonna handle for this drone again, as every drone is different. I do like to spend the first few minutes of any flight just getting used to it. And again, I'm finding this guy, even in speed mode 1, very aggressive when he turns. If we put him into speed mode 2, he dips further, he gets faster, but this gets even more aggressive. As he turns, he flicks. If you turn and you bank him, it does lessen the flick a lot. See? Whereas if you just turn him, he does flick quite substantially. But oh yeah, he does. Okay, let's turn him and bank him then. That is a lot nicer. He still flicks a little bit. You're still going to get a little bit of a flick there, just as he turns around. Again, didn't really fill me with confidence the first time around. Speed mode 3 dips incredibly compared to the other speed modes. Again, banking in this speed mode really does help tremendously. But what you are going to find, exactly as you saw there, you do lose altitude when you're in speed mode 3 and you are at full chat. If you're in speed mode 3 and you're not using that throttle as much like I am here, then switch to speed mode 1, because that's going to be a much safer option, a much nicer option, especially if you're not using that speed. What's the point of being in speed mode 3? So switch it to 1, use what you can of 1, because 1 is full speed. 1 is a lot nicer, his movements are a lot nicer as well. Obviously today we've got a 2-mile-an-hour breeze, which is the lowest we've had in a long time. And because normally wind on this field just comes barreling down and engulfs this field, which makes it a bit of a nightmare to fly some days. But it doesn't matter even exactly how far away you go with this guy. You take him right out, right away from you, and he's still goddamn loud. You can hear him ridiculously loud. But again, it's a pretty good flyer. He is a pretty good flyer, but his motors do sound as if there are bearings, dry bearings grinding on dry bearings. Probably not the best at all, but you know, I look at a lot of things from an enjoyment and a flight perspective. How much fun do I have from him? Is the drone safe? Is it at any point giving me any cause for concern? Made me think it's not safe? No, not at all. in fact, this drone does fill me with a bit of confidence in the fact that he has got the extra speed modes. You can bring him back quickly if needed. He's got an okay camera in the right light setting. Now, when we last tried it, it was very dark. It broke up quite a lot. But I'm just looking through the FPV of this particular app, and obviously that can hide a multitude of sins. It looks pretty good. It looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. Obviously, if it does break up, I'll have to have a little look and see what happens on the finished result. But so far, it looks okay. We do have full scope with this camera. We can see the whole field. It's got a pretty good angle of view. All in all, yeah, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. It seems very... I don't know, it seems like it's a toy grade quadcopter trying to masquerade as a professional grade quadcopter, which it doesn't do. But still, you know, it's... Some of the other quads we've seen from FQ777 haven't been great. This one's most definitely the best out of all of them. But just mind those speed modes. Those speed modes are crazy quick. This is just speed mode 1. And this gives me a lot more power than some other quads do in speed mode 1. This gives me a lot more power than some quads do in speed mode 2. But all in all, yeah, I like him, I do. I'd prefer it if those motors were maybe upgraded. And not as crazy loud, or reminding me that bearings are crunching, even though I'm sure they're not. When I brought them down from the last flight, the motors were very, very cool. So it's not as if anything is actually electronically wrong with them. They're just loud motors. They're just probably cheap loud motors, just to ensure the manufacturing process is as cheap as possible. Alright then folks, that's pretty good. I've enjoyed this. Let's bring him down a little bit. Yeah, this guy is okay, you know. This guy is okay. Alright then, let's bring him down. Again, with the harsh landing. I thought the first landing I did with this was extremely harsh, and I thought, wow, you know, my landing skills are a lot better than that. And then the second time, it's as harsh. But yeah, there we go. So, do you know what? You can't really say a lot about this guy from a negative perspective, I don't think. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Okay, he's pretty loud. He's got 3 speed modes. He's got an okay-ish camera. Let's hope the footage we got this time is a lot better than the last time. These clips, some of you said that you wouldn't trust the clips. Yeah, I totally get that. I totally get that. They've not given me any cause for concern. They really do clip on with a bang, and they really do come off with a bang as well. And so they've not given me any cause for concern in flight or anything like that. I've never brought this down to find that any of them were actually loose. So yeah, I think all in all, folks, again, I'm going to stick with my original thought for this guy. But there we go. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the revisits, and if you want more revisits, I'm more than happy to do them. Any amount of revisits. I just love flying quads. There we are, folks. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening and being a part of the channel. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.